light unto thee.
Shall the moon give light to thee? In other words, the moon's supposed to give light for brightness. But right here, they're trying to say a new moon is when there's no light. And all of these scriptures are saying that's insane. Just like one last thing, I can go all over the scriptures, the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter of Joel. Let's go to Joel, the 2nd chapter. Do you understand what I'm trying to show you? They're trying to say for 2 days, you have the moon. The first couple of days of the new moon, you don't see nothing at all. If you don't see nothing at all, why would Yahweh tell us to look for the new moon? He said he created 2 lights. The greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. If that's not a light, that's not a moon. That's part of a month. And as I told you, and I will prove to you, there's 30 days in every month, but there's not 30 days in every moon. So we're always going to have a 30-day month, which I will prove. According to Joel, the 2nd chapter, the 10th verse, it says,
the earth shall quake before them.
Talking about Yahweh's day of wrath.
The heavens shall tremble.
The heavens shall tremble.
The sun and the moon shall be dark.
The sun and the moon shall be dark. Hello? That's in the day of Yahweh's wrath. Somebody can say, well, it must be the day of Yahweh's wrath now because the moon is already dark. No, the moon is not dark. If you don't see nothing, that means there's no moon. Then while you're in the book of Joel, just look in the 3rd chapter, the 15th verse.
The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
All right. Sun and moon shall be darkened. Still dealing with that day. I'm just letting you know that according to the words of Yah, you must see something. The last verse I'll deal with that is Deuteronomy 16:1. According to the book of Deuteronomy 16:1, it says,
observe the month of Abib.
Observe the moon of Abib.
And keep the Passover until
and keep the Passover. Observe the moon of Abib and keep the Passover. So you see, that was a very great, significant thing. Our people rejoice so much in the celebration of the new moon that in the future, those were the only days that our sanctuary would be open. So right now you got it open because to study and learn things during the course of the week. But in the future, when you get back home, the sanctuary will only be open for 2 occasions. And all flesh must come to worship Yah. Now when you look at Isaiah, the 66th chapter, start reading at verse 23.
Isaiah chapter 66, verse 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith Yahweh.
Say that again.
And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass
that from one new moon
one new moon
to another,
to another,
and from one Sabbath
and one Sabbath
to another,
to another,
shall all flesh come to worship before me.
So it's very important that all flesh come and worship Yah every new moon and every Sabbath. That's just our people. If you're Israel, this is how we do it. Now the rest of the world don't do it like this now, because they don't have our understanding. They don't have our wisdom. The light hadn't shone on them. They have not yet seen the significance of this. They have to wait until the Creator created His tabernacle on earth and make them do it for them to see it. But you shouldn't have to wait for the Almighty to make you, because His law should be suffice. His law. No, we're not going to expel you. We're not going to suspend you. We're not going to put you out. We're not going to make a mockery of you. We just want to make sure that you know. And if you think this is not significant, then raise your hand. If you think this is not a law, then let's discuss it. Then we go to the book of Ezekiel, the 46th chapter. This is again when the Creator got His tabernacle on earth set up. Here's what the Creator says when He set up His kingdom on this earth. Ezekiel 46. It says in the first verse,
Thus saith Yahweh Elohim, the gate of the inner court that looketh towards the east shall be shut the 6 working days.
It shall be shut the 6 working days.
But on the Sabbath, it shall be open.
It shall be open. Why? Because it's very significant. Why do y'all want the doors of the tabernacle open on a Sabbath day? So roaches and rats can go in there? Huh? Or just to let some fresh air go in there and give a birth of fresh air to the place. You think that's what it was for? Keep reading.
And in the day of the new moon.
And in the day of the new moon, Yah's sanctuary, the doors were open. And they were not open for the mosquitoes to come in. They was not open to just air out the place. It was open for the souls and saints of Yahweh to march through them to pay Him glory. And once I look at this and study this, this is the most beautiful holy day we have. It is the only holy day that we don't have any restrictions. Nobody can really give a good reason why they can't keep it and why they shouldn't keep it. Because if it's a cause of problem, because you're working with, just have to open it up earlier. That's all. I'll leave it open later, but this is a day that Yahweh wants His doors open. See, us having it open and study and learn the computer and practicing choir and self-defense classes, that's something we made up. That's something we want to do. But it's not the law. It's not nothing that pleased Yahweh to the extent that He carved it in stone. This is carved in stone. This is a statue. It's all carved in stone. One last thing I want to show you about the new moon, and that is that Yah, as I have told you, is a man of structure. So let's go to Numbers 28. Numbers 28. Anyone have it?